Well, when I first met Sandy, I came in with long hair just like this, which is his preference, and a hat. And he showed me all of Carleton, and I remember at the end of our conversation, because he wanted me to come play here, I remember very vividly, no hats at the end of the conversation. So that's always stuck with me. A lot of people came as boys coming into the university. I came in as a mature boy, and through Sandy, like he transformed all of us into men.
Our training sessions were so much more difficult than any of the games that we went to play, and there was no referee, and I think it was kind of a life lesson that, you know what, if you train really hard, then when it comes to game day, it's so much easier. And you know, when I'm in my office and I'm preparing to do a big presentation, I practice and I practice and I practice, and we had the expression that practice makes permanent, and yeah, so I kind of carried that on into life. So yeah, our training sessions were difficult, but they were always fun. I think he understood that he pushed us so hard so often, there had to be a bit of a release valve, and that release valve would be fun. So I think everybody will remember, you know, playing heady tennis and these other things that we did at training to just kind of enjoy the game. And he would stand in this locker room and he'd say, you know, at the end of the day, we've put in the work, and let's just go out and have fun and stick to the game plan. And the game plan brought us a lot of wins. And I think we understood that winning was fun and celebrating wins was fun.
I think Sandy had a way of getting the best out of the players that he had. He had a way to really motivate the player to put everything out on the field. Even if the style of play perhaps was not necessarily everyone's cup of tea, he had a way to get everybody to go towards a common goal. And to get a collective to do that is not easy. And he did that better than most.
We always emphasize as a coaching staff that you're student athletes, and the biggest ability, they say now in sports, is availability. And back then we used to use players due to academics and them not going to class. So for us as a student athletes, we were really focused on how do we keep together as a group for the next year, and how do we help each other academically. So with Sandy at the helm, he'd always make sure that we knew what we needed to do academically. And he also, I think he was a bit of ahead of his time in terms of setting up tutoring and getting any kind of assistance that we needed. So we've had a lot of really clever players over the years, and we've had a lot of players that were clever enough to ask for help. I think if Sandy was sitting in this chair, he'd say that, you know, he won a lot of games, and we had a lot of fun as a coaching staff. But I think most importantly, we created a lot of student athletes that became great men that are doing great things, and that's his legacy.